Amongst many other things, one of the things that I'm grateful for in this country, maybe it's just Amsterdam, I don't know, but the language barrier is not very scary or very hectic. In my experience, most people I've come across, they speak English. I mean, some speak English better than the other. But I think it would have been more terrible if everybody were just speaking Dutch and they weren't willing to speak English. But how have I also been trying to help myself by learning the Dutch language? Well, I've been using Duolingo. Duolingo is not the best app for many people, but in this video I'll be sharing how I've been approaching learning the Dutch language and how I have been coping in this society. Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, I share my experiences in my career and also in my life. And I am currently located in the Netherlands. I have been here for a couple of months and I've been learning Dutch using Duolingo. So how has my experience been? Or like I said earlier, most people here speak English. I mean, some better than others, but most of the time you would still understand what they are saying. I think my first major challenge with the language barrier was that almost all their websites were in Dutch. Some of the websites had a link for the English version, which made life easier, but some of them it was just Dutch. So if I was going through a website on my laptop, I could easily use the translation extension or feature to translate to English, which also doesn't always work. But yeah, I will be able to read a website when I use that feature. If I'm also using the website on my phone, the translation feature works, sometimes it doesn't work. But for some of the mobile applications, like the ones for shopping and all that, it is in Dutch and you cannot change it to English. So I think that was my first challenge. My first challenge wasn't even with the people. The people were speaking English. It was with the platforms and the forms you had to read, and sometimes when you go to buy something, the posters that they have on the wall for the menu and all of those things, they were in Dutch. And yeah, it was quite terrible for me at the beginning, but what saved me was the Google Translate app. With the Google Translate app, I always had it. I mean, it's in my phone and I'm always with my phone. So when I go to these places where these things are barriers for me, I can take a picture of it and I can translate right there and understand what exactly to do. But I've also been using Duolingo to learn Dutch, and Duolingo is not for everybody. I mean, from most people I've asked about Duolingo, they keep saying Duolingo is not the most effective way to learn Dutch. Some people have these personal one-on-one classes with people who train other people to learn Dutch. Some people also use online classes, so instead of the physical one, they use online classes. For me, I haven't tried all of that, not because I don't think it would be effective, but because I don't think I would have the time for it. With Duolingo, I can choose when I want to open the app in a day, even if I just want to save my streak. But yeah, I get to decide. But if I'm doing all of these online classes, then I have to make time for it, a fixed time. And I think with the current responsibilities or with my current schedule, I may not have time for that. But Duolingo for me has been quite effective. I have been lazy about it too, so maybe if I was more serious about it, I would have learned more than I currently know. But I think one thing I got to understand is that with Duolingo, people complain that Duolingo teaches them what they are not actually going to use. It keeps saying things like, I am an apple, I am a dog, I like this, I like that, all of these simple words that you won't exactly use in conversations. But with my experience in Duolingo, I have seen that Duolingo actually takes you from the roots, like from the ground, from the pronouns like I, he, she, they, them, all of these things, and then from there it teaches you the common verbs, the very simple verbs, I am, to be, and all of those things. So I think I was having a conversation recently with a friend. What I saw from that conversation is that I think that what some people don't like about Duolingo is how you literally have to start from the root, and you cannot jump to a class that teaches you about how to greet people or how to engage in some conversations. You literally have to take it one class after the other. But maybe with this online classes, I think it's easier to go straight to how to use the language. But with Duolingo, it's like you have to start from the ground. But I've been using Duolingo, and yeah, in my experience, it has been nice. Now when I go to some website, I don't always need my Google Translate app. I can easily pick out one word, like maybe from a sentence of 10 words, I'm able to use 6 words that I know to connect the remaining pieces. The Dutch language, I have been getting used to it. It's been going pretty nice. It's probably not the easiest of language to learn because some words make sense. It's like the English and the Dutch is almost the same, and some other words is just English is saying 3-letter word and then Dutch is saying 50 letters. I mean, maybe in another video I'm going to share some words in Dutch that really got me surprised, like really just this word and you complicated everything. Anyways, this is just a short video just sharing my Dutch experience, and I definitely recommend Duolingo for anybody who wants to learn Dutch and probably doesn't have the money or the time to engage in online or physical courses. Duolingo has been helpful to me. Maybe not the kind of reviews you hear from every other person, but it's definitely worth trying out.